couple of weeks, there were a couple of polls that had us ahead of her. And when you look at the general election matchup between Donald Trump and other Republicans against Clinton or myself, we end up almost always doing better against Trump than does Secretary Clinton.
Let's begin with a definite, a likely, and a real maybe. Bernie Sanders is not going to be the next president. Book it, won't happen, period, okay? Marco Rubio is not going to be a part of any cabinet Donald Trump puts together if the possible GOP nominee wins the general election. Likely. And New Mexico Governor Susana Martinez could become Trump's VP, maybe, though it could be just another broadcast bloviator seeking to get his name out there as someone who thinks he knows more than anybody else. A trio to kick into Friday's version of the political animal. Let's get to work. Welcome back. The Georgetown University professor, veteran Republican strategist Bradley Blakeman, joined by the veteran Democratic strategist, political speechwriter at Catamount Strategies, Christian Hanley. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Chris, coming to you first. Insiders, according to Politico, saying to Bernie Sanders, shut down, shut it up, go away before the July National Convention in Philadelphia. It's time for you to walk. Is it?
Look, I mean, Bernie Sanders has no incentive to walk between the groundswell of support that he has right now across the country and the huge number of donations he has coming in. What is his incentive to drop out right now, especially considering his age and the fact that this is the last race he'll be in? Look, there's no incentive for him. And, you know, right now, both the parties, they are doing an excellent job at alienating huge portions of their respective bases. Then the Democrats here are doing their fair share of it. Look, I mean, the party will need unity after the nominating process is over. That is for certain. But condescending an entire portion of the electorate and telling that their chosen candidate should go away is not a great way to bring people together under a party.
However, let's go to the other side here, Bradley. Is it not fair to say that Republicans everywhere are going, stick around, Bernie, stay there, go ahead, don't go away because you're helping us every single day?
Absolutely. Look, Bernie is the best thing that ever happened to Republicans. We have a socialist masquerading as a Democrat. He's besting Hillary in places where she should be cleaning up. The fact of the matter is the fix was always in for Hillary. Bernie never had a chance. This was token opposition. And at the end of the day, Democrats may rue the day that they put all their eggs in Hillary's basket because we have a looming FBI investigation that is yet to be concluded.
All right, now there's two words, Christian, that you used in your statement I want to get back to, incentive and alienate. Is it not fair to say that the incentive, I get it, Bernie Sanders has got money and support, but the incentive is to push the eventual winner and stop splitting your party, and the alienation is what many Democrats feel he's doing right now. You're alienating the message, you're thinning it out, you're watering it down. You may be the guy that costs us in the Republicans, or against the Republicans in the general election.
Well, at this point, there's really not a lot of people on the Democratic side who are that fearful of losing to, certainly not Donald Trump, even if the Democratic primary pushes on. The real concern is what Jeff Weaver said on MSNBC, saying that the campaign would push to change the votes of superdelegates at the convention, even if the campaign failed to secure more popular votes and more delegates before the convention, which is a real extreme move. But shy of that, continuing the campaign right now is not that extreme of a move. And frankly, there's no reason why he shouldn't continue the conversation as long as it is kept civil and it's not an attempt to drag down the party, which right now it truly isn't.
Oh, the Democrats don't agree with you and everything. Okay, here we go, Brad. Let's go back to the right here. Two things here. There's a thinking out there that Donald Trump actually believes that maybe he can make peace with Marco Rubio and bring him in. And then the second part of that is New Mexico Governor Susana Martinez is now being mentioned as a VP candidate. First, Marco Rubio, very quickly. Do you think there's any chance? He's a survivor, but do you think he'd ever dig in with Donald Trump?
Yes, I do. I think that, you know, everybody says they don't want to be a VP, and then magically when asked, they take the job. Florida is a must-win state for Republicans. Even though Marco didn't win, he adds a lot to the ticket in not only where he comes from, but his diversity to the ticket.
Okay, so there's a maybe. What about Susana Martinez?
Susana Martinez is great, but I don't think electorally she brings anything to the table. I think she's done a fantastic job. But I think the pick needs to be somebody who actually delivers a must-win state.
I want to get both your comments on this because Paul Mannefort, who is the now new top aide to Donald Trump, reportedly said during a meeting with the RNC, here it is, that's what's important for you to understand about Donald Trump. He gets it. He's evolving. He's sitting in a room talking business, but it's a different persona when he's on the stage talking about the kinds of things he's talking about on the stump. He's projecting an image that's for that purpose. Quickly, Brad, there are those people saying on both the left and the right that I've talked to in the last several hours, say, who is this guy? What is he, just another actor? Or how are we supposed to believe him?
Well, look, America doesn't want Sybil as our president. We want to know who we get. And I worked for 3 presidents, and I've never seen them be different in public than they were in private. Not as different as Trump has been. So I don't think that is a very good trait to have as president of the United States. I want to know who the president's going to be privately and publicly.
Christian, quickly, your take on that statement.
Well, this may come as a great surprise, but I actually have to agree here. And you know, at this point, Trump has made all of the attack ads for the Hillary campaign himself. All the footage of him during the primary race thus far is ripe for being used in attack ads. And so even if he does pivot now and does so successfully, it does nothing to erase the past several months.
I only got a few seconds left. A pro-Hillary Clinton super PAC is warring with the Ted Cruz campaign, talking about the fact that he hates avocados. Christian, have we really gone this far down the line already?
Well, and I haven't seen that ad yet, but I would love to see it. I hope we haven't sunk that far.
I just want to make sure before we leave anything here. Christian, are you okay with avocados?
Oh, I love them. They're great.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, very good. Brad, you okay?
Yeah, but I think Hillary's a nut.
No.
Boom! All of a sudden, Brad Blakeman puts it up, puts it there, drops the mic right on the table. There you go. Christian Hanley, Bradley Blakeman. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Hey, what's a few $1 billion among friends at automakers who break the rules every now and then? Like a lot? The car coach knows. It's coming up next right here on The Hardline.